Hey, I'm
Hey,
Edie,
I'm Judy,
and
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow Grannies.
Grannies.
Hey, good morning. It's Sunday, and we are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Welcome to join us for a cup of coffee and chat. You can ask us questions or listen to our stories. And tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. Ah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, hug your fake hookah. So, mm, I can tell you already, I'm going to have a busy day of cooking because I'm a granny. My granny?
Yeah,
Oh
things
my
change
God.
all of a sudden.
I'm a
We
granny?
used to be like we were the ones sitting back waiting for, when's
Right.
dinner ready? When's dinner ready? Now dinner ain't ready unless we make it ready.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I and the crowd was so big that they set the table for the kids first because the home was small and the crowd was big. So the kids got to eat first.
Yeah, see, not at
Now,
my
we don't
house.
get to do
We
that now.
all ate at the same time.
You did,
I
huh?
was so shocked. You
When
gotta
you found that out?
when I went to someone's house
Yeah.
or to a party or whatever, and they fed the kids first, I was just like, I was
What?
just like, I was taken aback.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys, anybody out there, knows about that or anything,
Mhm.
but I was really shocked. Because in my world, we always ate together.
Yeah.
It was just never like, here, feed the kids. It was like, what? I
Well,
mean,
yeah, actually, what it was, my grandmother would have the holiday at her house. So she had lived in an apartment. And so the first apartment they lived in when I was born, it was big enough and everybody ate together. But then they had to leave that apartment and go to another one, and that one was a lot smaller. So then they fed the kids first.
uh,
They didn't have enough space to put up another table with something for
morning,
everybody.
everybody. Hey, everybody out there on TikTok. I'm Edie,
I'm Judy,
and
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow Grannies.
Grannies.
Yeah,
While
well,
you're here, tap your phone here, and let's get that algorithm going.
that's right. We're here on TikTok and YouTube Live. So together, so you'll see our heads pivot.
Yes. Hey, blickety, blickety, blickety,
Lickety.
blickety, blickety,
Somebody take a
blickety,
little
blickety.
lickety. I'll
Are you
eat
new,
the rest of
blickety?
you.
Are you new? No, no. I see you have that like number 6 beside you,
Bickety,
so that must
bickety,
blickety. No,
bickety,
it's a BL.
blickety,
Blickety.
blickety. Oh, see, I couldn't hear the B
Oh,
when you
okay.
were saying that.
Hey, Jess, thank you for being the newest follower. Everyone is here right now. There's only 9 people here right now. Can you all, anybody that's not following us, hit it right now so that it'll run through the thing and I'll be able to see it.
And here also on YouTube, if you can click on the thumbs up, and that will help
Morning,
push the
Jess.
algorithm out that we're here, we're queer,
Thank
we're
you.
everywhere.
Let's see. You guys got to come visit North Carolina sometime. We love you all's energy.
Oh,
Oh, you know
DJ.
what, DJ? We were just there August, wasn't it? Or
Yeah, we were there in August.
yeah, we were in North Carolina in August. We visited with my sister. She lives in Winston-Salem, and she's a chef, and her husband smokes meat. So we went down there and we ate till we felt like we was just going to pass out. Then we
Yeah.
headed on off to a wedding
Uh
in
huh.
North Carolina, out
Mm-hmm.
on towards the coast a little bit more.
Right.
Then we headed on up to Ocean City.
Up in Maryland.
Yes, for a
Mm-hmm.
week at the beach, and Judy did all the
That was
driving.
probably our first outing in like 3 years, our
It felt
first
like
major,
it, but
major
she did
outing.
all the
Yeah.
driving. I felt so bad for you because that's a lot of driving, but my leg
We were able to
I
visit your
couldn't do
sister
it.
in the last 3 years too. We visited her before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So and Jesse's in Florida.
Hey, sweet Marie, thank you. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you. Let's see. Welcome everyone. Yeah, it was a nice trip. Judy, I feel sorry for her for doing that driving, but she did it. She
Yeah,
hung in there, and you know,
I did the driving, and then
last time we went down to North Carolina, though, I wanted to come back on that what's
oh,
it
what is
called?
it called? Some Ridge Road or
Yeah, the
something. It was
Park Ridge, whatever it's called, the Park Ridge or Ridge Park or something. Anyway, I know you guys are gonna know what it is because somebody will type it in there for me. We were driving that, and I didn't take the exit that I guess we should have because I was enjoying it. It was like we stopped
yeah,
a couple places and looked out through the view and all this kind of stuff. Lo and behold, yes, Ridge
Ridge
Park
Park
Beltway.
Beltway.
I'm
That's it,
telling
Jess.
you, lo and
But I
behold,
knew blue was in the word. Blue
the
Ridge
blue.
Parkway.
Yes, that's what it is, Blue Ridge Parkway. So we're riding along and everything. Lo and behold, I look up and what are we doing? Crossing over that river that goes into Washington
Oh, the
D.C.
Potomac,
Yeah, the
Potomac
Potomac.
River.
The Potomac. We crossed over the Potomac, and it was like, wait a minute,
This
this
isn't
is
the way to
way far
Pittsburgh.
from home. Pittsburgh is not in this direction. I mean, but it was pretty cool, because we saw a little bit, and then we just sort of made a left hand turn and headed home.
Yeah, went on a regular
Turn left,
highway.
turn
Yeah,
left, and get the hell away from DC.
it just that they drove it a few times.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I advise you to get off of it when you're supposed to get off it.
I
Don't
guess
stay
so.
on it just because you're enjoying the ride. And
Though we
it's
did
nice.
talk about maybe making another trip just to do that. That would be one of our trips, one of our
Yeah.
adventures.
Stay away from DC for
For
real.
real.
Ain't that the broad truth? Especially now. Oh my goodness. But okay. I'm not. That's one thing we do. We try not to
Not to
talk
talk about
about
politics
politics and
or
not to talk about
religion.
religion.
Right.
We just try to talk. Oh, okay, traffic. Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
But the part we went to, it was like a little small town. We never
Mhm.
did hit the real traffic or nothing like
No,
that. We
no.
crossed over the Potomac and turned left and headed home.
Yeah.
Went down through this little town, and that was
Right.
it. I have no
Oh, and the
idea.
other thing about driving in, so talk about driving in DC. I always get confused on the Beltway, no matter how many times I've done it. I think it's because I'm often reaching there in the dark. It's already dark by the time I get there,
Mhm.
and that is so confusing in the dark in the Beltway. Now I've got it down and I do it,
It's a George.
but
Go
huh?
ahead. Keep talking. Keep
Now
talking.
I've got it down. And I do the Beltway, but I'm always scared because I remember the first time I did the Beltway and got so confused.
Yeah, well, you know what? Being that I'm a little country girl from Ohio originally,
Mhm.
I always trust and believe that Judy is so city now because she's from Pittsburgh that when she takes me somewhere off to like DC to the Parkway or wherever, I figure she got it all under control because she knows how to do this stuff. I'm good for the country roads. I'll take you down over the hill and we'll go fishing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but you know what? I didn't realize I was wrong. I was wrong, wrong, wrong. She does not have it down. She acts like she has it down until one day she looks at me and says, I don't know where we're going. And it's like, oh no.
But since I know Edie relaxed, she's thinking I've got it all. I don't let her know till afterwards that I didn't know where we were going
I did. I
because I
think,
wanted her to be
we're all
relaxed. And if
right.
both of us are nervous, that's really a bad team.
Yeah, yeah, I
We
like
can't
it
both
that
be
I
nervous.
think it's all under control.
Mhm.
So you're from Ohio too, and from Cleveland. Well, you know what? There's a couple things in Cleveland that I haven't got to do. I want to go to the what is that? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
We want to go to
yeah,
that, and we
yeah.
never, got to go to that. And um,
You
let's
want to go
see.
to a Browns game, don't you?
Hell no, not
No.
not even not even for free. If they give me snacks, free snacks, and it's on a 75-degree day, I'm not going there
Yeah.
unless they're playing the Steelers. I'd go if it was free, 75 degrees, and they give me free snacks.
Uh-huh.
I'd go to a Browns game that day.
If they're playing the Steelers,
If
then
they're
you can
playing
bring
the
your terrible
Steelers.
towel with you.
Yeah, and my hat. I can wear a cool hat or something,
Right. Uh-huh. Is there a game today by any chance?
No, it's
Okay.
tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So, hey, Kimberly, thank you for being the new follower. And just stop trying to stir up some crap, trying to get me involved with them Browns. You know what happens. One time I was like, I had this friend and she was a big Browns, fan and stuff. And I had no idea. And she says to me, which I've used this term several times since I heard her say it. She got up and she was going to go to the bathroom. And she
Yeah.
said, hold up, I gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I was that's about the only way they're gonna get there. Anyway,
Oh
no, we're
my.
not dating. We like to date every once in a while. Like, dating's fun, but we're actually married.
Yeah,
We're
we are.
married, yes. And we've been married what, 4 years?
4 years. We just
4 years we've
celebrated
been
last
married,
month our fourth
but we've been
anniversary.
together like 11, 12 years, something like
Hmm.
that. And this is not our first marriage. We've been married before to other people.
Hmm.
And, that's a lot of times what we share on here is a lot of people want to know how our lives took the turn that they took and all that kind of stuff.
Thank you for the gift.
Truth of the matter is, like, and share with you because a lot of you don't know this is, I was gay from the moment I was born. And I remember being a little girl and having gay thoughts and just kind of pushing it away because the world did not want to,
Really?
embrace the fact that,
Yeah.
that's how I was. And so
Hmm.
I knew that my mother and father and grandma and everybody would not be happy with a grandchild or a daughter that was gay. And so I tried as best as I could to just like fight it. I tried to fight it. I ended up married to a very nice man, and I guess that's how we talk about them when they're dead, huh? Anyway, I married a very nice man, and we had two wonderful children. And we
Yeah.
we were married for 20 years, and we were both very unhappy in our situation and stuff. But I had decided I was going to hang in there.
Mhm.
Keep
Do
tapping
that.
the screen. Keep tapping the screen. If you want to hear the rest of the story, keep tapping the screen. We need to have our numbers. We need to have our numbers up so that the algorithm will push us out, really.
That's right.
So I was like, hung in there, and I was doing the best I could. And I honestly, I had decided with my marriage
Hmm.
that, like, the longer, like I was going to stay,
Yeah.
because I had basically made an agreement with, should I say my husband, my family, my God, all that,
Right.
this is just the way it was going to be. But I was honestly, I'm going to tell you, I was lucky enough that he cheated. And when he cheated, it helped me get out of it.
That's right.
You know, yeah, it helped
Hmm.
me get out of it. Yeah, the only
Hmm.
way you'll hear her story is if you throw up a name so she can actually call your name out. But she'll probably tell you some of it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like
You could get out
I could get out then,
and then start
and
being
he
your
got
own
out
true
too.
self.
Right,
Yeah.
he got out too, and he went on to live, a very unhappy life, but it was what he wanted. And so I moved on, and I finally began the chance to date women and
Hmm.
um and enjoy being who my true self was. And that's, when I finally could finally say, and it wasn't, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had two basically young teenage children. And we all know people that have, thank you very much for the gift.
Yeah. We give each
We
other
all
kisses
know
for the gift.
that when
Hmm.
you have
I'll
young
go refill
teenage
coffee for me.
children, it's not an easy job to like let them know that the world that they are familiar with and that they know is different than what it really is. Of course, they're even in straight relationships. When mom and dad decide to divorce, it's hard on the kids, But when you decide that you want a divorce and you decide you want to be in a relationship with a same-sex partner, then it really, it's a shock to the kids too. So I had to deal with, that, helping them, understand that, I love them, their dad loved them, but we all had to move on. And so my kids, in all this, they ended up being fine. My daughter lives not too far from me. She comes on our live here a good bit, and she's going to have a new baby here real soon. And my son lives in Florida, and he's coming to visit next week and stuff. And so we all have a wonderful. It's good. It's all good. Now Judy, she was
Very
married
different
before too.
story. Yeah. So on
Tap,
my
tap, tap. Let's see. We only got 6,000 likes. If you
you want
want
me?
to hear Judy's story, we need to pull this up to at least 8,000 likes. You can do this. Tap, tap, tap the screen, and it'll pull it up to 8,000 likes. And then
Then
Judy
I
will
can tell
start
my
spilling
story.
her story, and
Right.
everybody can like hear about how things went for her. Because you figure we didn't just start out brand new last week.
No, we
It
didn't.
took us a lifetime to get to this
To
point
get to
in
this
our
point,
lives.
this is true. So Glenn, so let me see who's here on YouTube. Here, I gotta
We're
do some
almost
things
there.
here.
It's
Oh yeah. Oh,
7,700.
Katie's here and says, "Good morning, Rainbow
Morning,
Grannies. I
Kate.
miss you. Love you both. What a beautiful tree. I love it. I was supposed to go out today, but unfortunately, Mother
Oh, we got a
Nature
ton of
has to
snow
let it
too.
snow.
We got a
Yes,
ton
we
of snow
did.
too. Let's see. We hit the
How we?
8,000.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was
see,
fast.
that's because they want to
Wow,
hear your
my
story. Might
story.
can hold out a little longer and see if we can hit that 10,000, huh?
Okay, let's
And
do
then you
10,000
10,000, and then Judy will tell her story. Let's see. Oh my goodness, look, it's 9,000 something. It'll be there in a
already.
second. Stretch my knee out. Did you hear that?
Did it
Crack.
crack?
Oh my.
Ooh.
You know, well, you wouldn't think that new knees would crack. It seems
Yeah,
like
why is it cracking?
they're made
Made
out
out
of
of
metal, and
titanium or
yeah,
something, right?
yeah, they should
At least
pop
your
like
shoulders
cold
are.
ones. Okay.
So,
Oh, we hit it.
wow,
We
we
hit the
already
10,000.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, what's my story? What's my story? Quick,
You
quick,
were
quick.
married forever too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was married twice before I met Edie, but neither marriage was recognized.
You heard my knee, Paul? Wow. Go ahead. Go ahead. Judy story.
But both of my
Tap
past
tap tap. Keep tapping.
both of my past marriages weren't recognized by the government. I was met, I had a lifetime commitment with a woman when I was in my 20s, and then again somebody else when I was in my 30s. In between, spent a long time single. So the first marriage lasted 3 years, and I found out that that was the average length of a lesbian relationship.
See, I didn't
I
know.
was so crushed because I became a statistic,
Yeah.
and I had a baby, and I thought, well, I'm not going to get married again until she's grown up because I thought if marriages are just 3 years long, I'm not putting her in and out of relationships with me. But then, lo and behold, I did fall in love again. And so I did get married again, and this one lasted much longer, and it was with somebody who I've known for a very long, long time, who was a friend. And so we did dissolve our marriage, but it stayed amicable, as we always say. And um, but the thing that's different than with Edie is that my daughter grew up in a gay family. So and something that you might not know is that even though she grew up in a gay family, when she was like in middle school, she had to come out too. She had to come out to her friends because by then I had remarried, and so she had to explain how she has two moms,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew her friends would be cool. She was telling me about it. I knew her friends would be cool because their friends' parents knew that I was gay. And so if the kid did have any trouble, I knew their parents would
And
be
they
able
would
to
have been
talk with
ones that
them.
would have been already out of her
Yeah,
relation or out of her world anyway.
right,
Because if they'd have had parents that were haters because of
right.
your sexuality, then they
They
would have
probably
been,
would never
yeah, they'd have
been
never let their
friends.
daughter hang out with your
Right,
daughter and all that kind of stuff because there would have been all that hate and prejudice that we
right,
all experienced so
right.
much of.
And the thing is that my daughter's generation, they were all cool. I mean, they're the reason that we got gay marriage legalized in the U.S. because they were all cool about it, that generation.
Right.
And so she didn't have to worry. But and she came out and the kids were fine because, in all honesty, when I was growing up, my best friend was a guy and he was gay, but we didn't know it yet. I was gay, but we didn't know this yet. But he had aunts he always talked about who lived across the country. Never thought they were his aunts. Never thought about they were lesbian aunts. I mean, kids
Right.
do not care what is going on in
No.
grown ups' homes.
Yes.
They really
In
don't
their
care.
bedrooms. They don't
Right.
care.
They're
Right.
not thinking.
They just want to know, are you getting a pizza this happened?
Right.
Are we getting
Right.
pizza and what kind of TV do you have? Do you watch the cable channels and stuff?
Yeah. So, so even with my daughter, when anybody she dated, they had to be cool about a gay family
Right.
because she came from a gay family, and she's married, and they have a 4-year-old child whose favorite color is rainbow.
Yes. Yes, and
So,
she
you
loves all
know,
the rainbow stuff, and she loves coming here with her. She hasn't been here yet to see the rainbow
no,
tree.
she hasn't
She's
seen this
coming
yet.
today, and she'll get to see our rainbow tree, and she's probably gonna be
Right.
one excited little girl.
Right. And you know how little kids are. She's at the age where she's looking and counting everything rainbow.
Yes.
So it's
So
just,
she's being raised in a
yeah.
world that's very diverse too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so much different than the world that we were raised in. A lot of
Yeah.
you people that are older realize that you were raised in a world where actually your parents have made sure that they avoided and you avoided anybody that was different.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
actually basically said things about people that wasn't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
They were the kind, I'll tell you the truth about mine, they were the kind that would act real nice to their face, but as soon as they got behind their back in the house, they'd be like, "Ooh, she's one of them funny girls." And I always thought, what do they mean by a funny girl? What,
Yeah.
Because I didn't think
Yeah.
she seemed too funny to me. But when they meant funny, of course, they meant, that she
Remain
was,
gay.
yeah, she was gay,
Yeah.
or he was gay,
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. It's
Yeah.
so different today. Thank
Thank goodness.
goodness we're
Yeah.
moving in the right direction.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Crystal. You're right. Let's see. I can send you photos of me and my husband. That's from Carol. Let's see.
Yeah. And then about the grandchild, she's going to be so excited about the
Oh,
rainbow
yes.
tree.
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
we also put, you see, candy canes on it
Right.
this year.
Rainbow candy cream.
Rainbow candy cane.
Yeah.
One of the cats already found one.
Yes. Let's see. Do you remember me from Max's? Mm, I don't remember what Max is. What's Max? Or what's Max? I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't. That's why I wear a hat a lot to try to keep my brain in my head. Let's
And
see.
then
Can we
Bex
talk
wants to know.
relationships real quick? We sure can,
Yeah,
Bex.
absolutely.
We can talk pretty much anything, you guys.
Okay, Crystal said I was the bartender when you guys came in and had lunch. Maxie's Allegheny Tavern on Susan.
Huh. That must have been when she
And
bought her other woman there. I don't know where Max's is. Max and Irma's. Is it
no,
Max's? No,
no,
they're saying
it says
Max
Allegheny
Allegheny
Tavern
Tavern. Huh.
on Susan, and I don't know any Susan Street.
I don't either.
It's
We're
got to
in
be you.
Pittsburgh. Are you familiar? Maybe you're just getting us mixed up with somebody else.
Bex is saying, what do you do when you don't feel desired by your wife?
Oh, dun dun dun.
Uh,
Well, that means there's something going on. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been spending a lot of time watching cheaters.
yeah, well, Edie and I are going to have two different kind of responses for you, so be
Well, I
ready.
just think I've come to a conclusion by
Mm-hmm.
watching all these cheaters
Mm-hmm.
episodes is that you just need to outward ask. Okay, yes, I do remember. Yes, we do remember now. I remember. Yep, thank you very
Okay.
much, Crystal. That was a nice little German restaurant down there.
Uh-huh.
Remember? And
Oh,
we paid
okay.
for
Oh, okay.
Rita and them's meal. Remember?
Nah,
Yes, we
dude, up
remember.
in North
Thank you.
Side. Yeah, and
Okay.
we said for if you come on here to let us know.
Thank you
I don't
very
know if you
much.
got it.
Yeah, we remember. Good to see you. So, um, I'm not saying cheating, but I just think that this is for Becky, like when you're feeling like you're not, like she's not attracted to you or you're not attracted to her anymore or anything, I'm gonna tell you right now, you only get one chance and one chance only. So I think you really need to talk about this. You need to just outwardly sit down calmly. That's the key, and
Mm-hmm.
talk about this because this will give you a chance to find out if it's just what's
Some,
going on,
yeah.
and if maybe I don't know her age or whatever, if you need some kind of medical help, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes things cool off a little bit. They're not as on fire as they always were before. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Things are.
Yeah, I don't want to say Crystal said Nicole waited on us. We remember this now. We remember that
Oh
trip
yeah,
in the
we
restaurant.
remember. Let's
And
see.
so back to, oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we talk and we don't fight, but I have voiced this many, many times. And so
Yeah.
his thing, and like Edie said, we don't know what your age is or situation, but I can give you different kind of scenarios I've learned about. One is when a couple meets each other, they're really hot for each other, and it's like bam, 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 bam,
Oh yeah.
bam. And then
Rabbits.
after about 3 years, that calms down and they start to get to know one another. And this is a sex therapist for lesbians who gave this presentation to a room full of lesbians once. This is how I've learned about this. She said when people meet and they get to know each other first and then build into sex, then it's going to last longer and be better because you're just bedazzled by. And I'm not talking about, yeah, immediately there's that hotness and everything. I'm talking about for like 2 or 3 years, it's just bam, 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 bam. And now you'll finally start to get to know each other. And so while you're getting to know each other, the sex becomes not as important, is what this therapist was saying.
So
But
she's
that's one
suggesting that
scenario.
they're 40, one of them's 44 and one of them's 40,
49.
and they need
Effort
effort
and
and
romance.
romance.
Yeah. Because
Well,
the other thing is just that sometimes if you've been together a while, you
menopause
need to,
too.
yeah,
That menopause, it affects
yeah,
different people
in
in
different
different
ways.
ways. I mean, you just
And
never know. I don't know. I think as long as, I could be wrong. I think as long as you're having a good time and you
mhm.
know that somebody's not hitting it somewhere else, I think you can work through
Oh
this,
yeah, oh yeah. If they're not
you
hitting it
know?
somewhere else, you can. I mean, there's certainly therapy to find a, you know, like queer friendly therapist who can help with this. Sometimes it is medical, and doctor may be able to prescribe something.
Right.
Sometimes it's stress. Stress will definitely reduce women's
Oh,
drive.
or
It will
yeah,
reduce
and the
women's
stress
drive.
of like little things that one of you may not be thinking about, but the other one's thinking about because there
Hmm.
are things that weigh different on us. Like I mean, financial problems. Even
Hmm.
financial problems can weigh you down. In my last marriage, that seemed to be one of our big issues was financial problems. Worrying about
Yeah.
the utilities and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I of course I didn't realize he was spending the money on other women,
Uh-huh.
but now I know, you know. But a lot of things are like that, when you're
Yeah.
worried about things that need fixed around the house and
Hmm.
stuff, just worries will, wear you down. Now
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people I see when a lot of people have affairs. When they
Yeah.
have affairs, what it is they're having affairs with somebody that they're not worried about the cost of
Hmm.
daycare, or they're not worrying about the fact that the
Hmm.
house needs painted, or the roof needs
Hmm.
redone, or the bills are too high. In an affair, that kind of stuff's not
Yeah.
important. What's
Yeah.
important is how fast can I get it
Hmm.
off? How
Hmm.
fast can I make it happen? And how, and then you just
Yeah.
shake it off and go home.
Yeah. That
Paulo,
was the
Paulo,
thing.
mhm.
Escaping the actual responsibilities. And so sometimes you might think, what about, you
It's just a
know,
paintbrush.
if there's an opportunity to go away, to just go away from all the responsibilities and go away with the idea that it's going to be
It's
a
still there though.
romantic sexual
It's still
thing.
there.
Yeah,
I think the
yeah.
best thing to do for something like that, and I regret myself. The best thing to do is probably a therapy kind of thing. To where you can go and you really talk and address
Yeah,
those things. You get, and there's
yeah.
like a mediator there. There's somebody
Uh-huh.
to keep you from going off on each other, or
Yeah,
ending up in just total pissed
yeah.
off and one of you sleeping here and sleeping there because
Oh, and
let's
Beth's
see.
saying I lost 120 pounds and I thought maybe that was it, but it's the same.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
Becky, let me tell you, I know you've probably done some research on that and the weight loss thing. How a lot of times people both ways get insecure about the weight loss thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're feeling more attractive, you know, but that person's feeling like this is just my,
Mm-hmm.
that person's feeling like you're probably going to run off somewhere, because now you're feeling more attractive and you're hot and all that. I actually had a friend of ours come to me and tell
Yeah.
me this about her partner. She
Mm-hmm.
was afraid her partner was having gastric bypass, and she didn't want her partner to have gastric bypass because she was so afraid that once she lost her weight, she would run off. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that sabotage relationships and they'll bring home pizza and donuts and cupcakes and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff
to mess
to
this up.
keep yeah to keep you at a bigger
Uh-huh.
person so that
Uh-huh.
maybe they can feel more secure.
They say she loves me no matter my side. I just need connection. And so, I mean, if you haven't tried therapy yet, or if you haven't, it's not working, find a different therapist. Because let me say, therapy for sexual relationships can really help because they give they help the couple get some insight that they would never be able to do on their own. And it just turns things around. I mean, I look for health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. I think we need all three to really have a good life. And some people think that therapy is taboo, or often in a couple, one will be happy to go and the other one won't. Just see, because find the right therapist, they can really help you turn your lives
I'll go
around.
as long as I don't have to pay for it. And see, that's me.
Hmm.
I ain't paying for it.
And Spooty saying that's what happened to me. My girlfriend lost a lot of weight, and then after a while, she left.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
Uh,
it's like really I mean and you hate to think that people would sabotage somebody because of that, but it
mhm.
seems like it's a pretty, but you know what? I don't know if it really happens just because they lost weight or
Or
if it's
something
something
changed.
that's going to happen anyway.
Yeah,
You
I mean it's
know?
the same. I mean relationships where one person is addicted to alcohol, and the other one's not, and they stay married, and then the one who's addicted to alcohol stops drinking, gets sober, and a
Yeah.
lot of those relationships will fail because the person who hadn't been drinking doesn't know how to relate with somebody who's now sober. And part of it because they've been enabling that person for so
Right.
long, and now they're not an enabler. They don't
And the
know what
one
their
thing
role
that
is.
the one thing that you had in common,
Hmm.
you don't have anymore,
Hmm.
you know? And it's so hard for people to even understand that, just because you don't want to drink anymore doesn't mean I should have to quit drinking. So some people don't Don't
Oh,
get
but
that.
I mean, even if the other person wasn't drinking,
Oh,
they don't
okay.
know how to relate anymore because they've been enabling their partner their whole
Ah,
lives, and now their relationship changed. The person doesn't need them that way.
yes.
They may need them a different way, but they don't know how to adjust. And so sometimes when there's a major change for one person in a relationship, again, I
Well,
think
see,
therapy is
Becky's
great to
trying to
help
tell
adjust the changes.
Becky's trying to tell the person that's shy enough to not have a real name and everything
Yeah.
about there not being a difference. And it's hard, Becky, sometimes for people that are hiding, their identity and stuff
Hmm.
to understand, So a lot of times our moderators here mute them so that they're unable to type some rude stuff, but they can still sit in the background
Uh-huh.
and listen because they really want to listen. They really want to know. The reason they would
Yeah.
come to a gay chat is because they're interested in gay stuff.
Right.
Where the
I
cat's
didn't see
acting
what the other
wild.
person was saying, but don't worry about it. If anybody's saying anything rude, don't
Yeah, don't
let it
stress
slide.
it.
That's why we've got moderators. So we're doing again another great shout out to our moderators
Hmm.
who keep the negative out so that we can have real talk. We can have fun talk, serious talk, but always
But
positive and
I
helping
thank
each
you
other.
too for giving us a conversation, for adding
Mm-hmm.
to that. And Mally, thank you for being the newest follower. Yep.
Yes, they're in timeout. Yes, timeout. That's nice, timeout.
Time out. Shame on you. Go sit in your corner. Let's see. You two are awesome. Thank you, caffeinated. Hey aunties, how
How are
are
you
you guys? We're
guys?
doing pretty darn good. So happy I found you. I'm happy I found you too.
That's right.
Let me kisses you.
Ah,
That's because I'm
yeah.
happy I found them.
Mm,
Or they're happy they found us.
mm,
I want to thank all
mm-hmm.
of you, anybody that sent gifts or anything like that, because
Yeah.
whenever we get gifts, it goes in this nice little account, and it's so nice that we get a little check. Thank you,
Thank
caffeinated.
you.
We get a little check added from TikTok. It ain't a lot, but usually we can get a pizza. So it's nice.
Yeah,
Let's
and
see.
if there's going to be a game tomorrow, it's going to be tomorrow night, isn't it?
Oh,
Whenever they play on
yes,
Monday, they play
yeah.
Monday
It
night.
will be too late for
Mm,
me unless I go to sleep early and then wake up because we be doing that. When you hit our age and everything, I'll go to bed early, wake up when she's coming to bed, in time to
yeah,
wake up and look at my phone and watch a little TV and
yeah. Hey, Apple, we stay away from religion, from politics here, unless it has to do with the queer community, because everybody's for somebody.
oh yeah, yeah. All
So
we
we got
want to do is live good.
Katie saying, I can't help but notice the decoration with the two cute little feet hanging. What is that a decoration of? This is
It's a Steeler football. And it's
a.
a planner, and it holds like and so the Steeler football sitting in that. My kitty is really acting up today.
Yeah, the
Paulo,
cat wants to knock things off
Apollo,
our table here.
stop it.
Did they get to eat their wet food yet today?
No.
Maybe that's what he wants.
Oh,
They'll get to eat in a little while, Paulo. They've got dry food, don't worry. We do not starve our
let's
cats.
see. Do they eat good
Good thing.
things? Who? Apollo? This is the prince of the world. He eats really good. Let's see.
So Beck says, I even asked my wife if we need to add a third,
Ooh.
which I have never wanted. I'm just throwing out
Now,
options.
Becky, now you're
Yeah.
talking. Now you're talking. Now we're getting ready to get some good conversation going in here. Yeah,
So
Becky.
has anybody here done
Thanks for the
that?
gifts. Yeah, really.
Uh,
What does anybody else think about?
okay.
I don't think that's gonna. But if that's what her wife wants, and you're open to it, I don't see a problem with
Sometimes
it.
it shakes out the monotony of relationships too. I mean, who knows? I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good
Yeah. See,
idea.
I don't think so neither. I got it. Yes.
Oh, she said no.
Okay, that's good. I don't think it's a good idea because I think that I've referred to it. We've referred to it as like an open marriage before,
Hmm.
and a lot of
Hmm.
people have a lot of different opinions and stuff when it comes down to that. But I don't believe open marriages work.
Yeah.
I think as people, as
Hmm.
human beings, I think we all have a little jealousy in us, and
Yeah.
and I think no matter the cat is into stuff. I'm telling you, I can't even believe him because he never does this.
I'll go get him.
Yeah, you don't either, but I feel I don't. I don't think that open relationships work because I think that it's just too hard to bring somebody, yeah, to bring somebody else into your world and everything. And honestly, Playing with fire. That's it. Because I
Yeah.
think if you do it, my thing would be if we did it. Okay, not even us, but we can say we. If we did it, I would be wondering because this is how bad I am, and I know, I would be wondering. Tap 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 the screen here so that it sends out the likes and stuff. Share this with anybody you can too. I feel like I would be wondering if does the person that we've invited into the house make you feel better than I do?
Hmm.
That would be always running in my mind. Like,
There'd be all
I
these.
mean, if
Yeah.
something happens and we get kicked off of Facebook or off of TikTok, our channel right now we're live on YouTube too. Our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. So sometimes TikTok gets a little funny, and I'm trying to be as honest as I can about what I want to say.
Mhm.
I feel like when someone has or I'll say it, a big O, somebody has the big O, I would wonder, because this is me, this is jealous Edie Granny. I would wonder, was your big O bigger with that person than it was with mine? Or I don't like putting, I wouldn't want to go there after somebody else has been there. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, I know
Hmm.
it washes off and all that kind of stuff. It's just that it
But
would just feel like,
kind of hygienic.
no, it just feels like I don't want to, I'm not a sharer,
Mhm.
and I just think it's hard enough. Okay, you guys, you let me know how you think about this too. I think it's hard enough to get over things that hang in your mind from 20 years ago. The relationships that have come and gone. So to go
Yeah.
and to hang in there that for something that happened last night, I would just be, I wouldn't be able to get over it. I know I
Mhm.
wouldn't. I would,
And another thing I'm thinking is, I think when a couple aren't in a committed relationship, when people are all single and they may have multiple partners at the same time in bed,
yeah.
they're all just playing,
You
and there
mean
is nothing at stake.
when
Nobody's married.
they're
Nobody's in
all
a committed.
together, like
Yeah, like
ten
if there's
people
three
all in the same room?
people, or if there's an orgy or whatever,
Okay.
they're not committed to anybody. So it's just somebody's appetite where they're just having fun.
Yes.
If you're a couple who had everything really going and both like to explore and share with others, that's fine too. I think if a couple is having problems, it is playing with fire to bring somebody else in. It's kind of like a couple is having problems that they think having a baby's going to fix it.
Oh yeah.
If there's a
It
problem,
won't.
the
It just makes
problem's
for a
got to
single
be
parent.
helped. Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem's going to help. Now, one thing I can say, I'm assuming that, well, I'm not assuming, I guess I am assuming they're both women. And it's just
I just
known that
don't.
men, because of hormones, a lot of, this is things I've learned. I'm not talking from experience, but things I've learned from talking with people and meeting people and on all of that. That like a lot of times in a straight relationship, a woman's desire may go down, but the man is always up and he can get her excited. If it was two women, there's nobody to push that drive, and so it gets harder. And so now we're saying, well, I want it, and I think she's not attracted to me anymore. It's that it's it's just hard for women. I
Uh,
mean, I always thought when two women want it at the same time, it's like panda bears. How often do they have babies? It's very rare.
I don't know.
And I always said that women, lesbian couples are like panda bears. Panda
Yeah.
bears have a really hard time getting pregnant because they're not there at the same time.
Uh, wow.
And and that's why, so I said therapy how many times. I still think therapy for women is a great thing because they want this relationship. They want this in a relationship.
Yeah.
They need
So
help.
so what we were talking about with them was bringing somebody else into your
Hmm.
bedroom, and
Hmm.
I mean, in my opinion, which a lot of people differ because that's why it's
Hmm.
so known.
Hmm.
My opinion, I just don't think it's a good idea unless you want to be single.
And Bex is saying that, partner doesn't want this. Bex doesn't really, but just throwing it out there because they're so frustrated.
So Val says, my wife and I have been together for 9 years. It's great, no extra
Extra people.
people. I totally understand that. So, Val, I want to ask you this. Have you or your wife ever suggested an extra person, or is you just like sharing in the conversation here? because I just want to know if did one of you say no, I don't think that's a good idea, and okay, no. Let's see. I've been. This is Amanda. I've been with my partner for 8 years, and would I
I
suggest it?
suggested, I think not, because Amanda earlier said no way. I don't share.
No, no, and I don't share good. I mean, I let's see, would never. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because I think you're opening yourself up for. Honestly, if you know anybody that is in one of those open relationships and it works out well, I mean, high five them because everybody I've ever heard of that ever does it, it never works out well. And even the ones that have like, I hate to say this too, even the ones that cheat
Hmm.
and they try to make it all better and say, I'm sorry, forgive me and everything. It never seems to be okay neither because it's always lingering in the back of the other one's mind. You
Hmm.
can't go to the grocery store without somebody
Thank you for the
wondering.
gift.
Yes, thank you for the gifts without
Yeah.
wondering what you're up to.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So, so what do you think, Betsy, the next step after hearing all the advice here? I hope you come up with an idea for a next step. And
I'll tell you, get a hot tub. That makes it nice.
I've been married for 31 years. Never would suggest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Caffeinated also said panda bear. I always learn something different, something new.
I think if you did it, okay, this is my opinion, and I might be really wrong. I think if you did it, it would have to be with somebody that you just don't even know. It would be like one of them strangers from like the internet, somebody that you're not going to run into next week, or somebody that you don't have like lunch with, or not one of the friends of the family or something like that. Your sister's cousin or something. I don't think that's a good thing. Well, your sister's cousin's probably your cousin too, so there's
Yeah.
only certain places where I think that's acceptable. you know?
Then I think about what's the court show that we watch where people come up with these crazy people who they
Judge,
have affairs with.
yes,
The Cutlers.
yeah, the Cutlers. I mean, something happened with my big TV, so I've been watching all kind of weird shows that I never watched before. So I'm watching the Cutlers, and then I'm watching Cheaters, and I watch Judge Judy, and it just stuff like that.
Yeah. Cutlers is a two judges. They're a married couple. They're both judges and they help with people with their relationships.
Yeah. Let's see.
So,
Even after loving, she says that fantastic. Why don't we do that more often? Oh, I know what you mean. I have the same question. I know what you mean. You know what she's saying.
Uh-huh.
Like after they get it,
Uh-huh.
and then when they're laying there relaxing,
Why don't we do this more
man,
often? And Betsy
why,
saying
why'd
my
we wait
drive is
6 months?
so much higher than hers.
I think everybody probably always feels like that. It's only the real young crazy ones that are like hitting it. When I see them people on TV and they're hitting it like 3 times a day, I wonder do they go to the mailbox and get the mail or how they have jobs, or you know. Let's see. I've been watching Hallmark Christmas movie. No, I try to avoid them. Judy likes that stuff. I hate it. Hate it.
Which one?
Hallmark
Oh
movies.
yeah, I do watch some of them. I have fun with them.
That's a dream come true. 3 times a day? No way. I mean, when you get time to like do something, you have to like, I don't know, clean the kitchen, maybe cook some dinner. Let's
My
see.
wife and I've been married for 34 years. We don't cheat. We go together.
That's right. Do it if you're gonna do it together.
Oh, Jensen said, I see my future, and it's bright. So now, Becky, you threw a different ringer in there, right? Because if your drive is so high, much higher than her drive,
Yeah.
that's the different thing too. Then, so they got to come up and say, don't feel like she's not attracted to you anymore.
Right.
There are couples where one can have a much higher drive than another one does, and that drive, I mean, it's just different, but it doesn't mean she's not attracted to you. Her drive just may not be got to do it 3 times a day or every day. Doing it once in a while, and I bet they, yeah, why don't we do this more often? So then, I don't know, make if Make a date.
Uh, I don't
Make a
know.
date.
Let's see.
Go on a date
Yes,
and
my
woo
husband's
her
drive has
like
always been
crazy.
higher. That's coming from
Yeah.
caffeinated.
And so then what do you
Maybe because
do?
he has more caffeine, less caffeine. I heard caffeine will affect it.
Really?
Uh
Wow.
huh.
Yeah.
You guys are too funny. Well, we actually have about 15 more minutes and then we're out of here. You know, we
Mhm.
got some work to do around the house. This is the first day of Hanukkah, right?
Yep. Yep.
And
Night,
so
first
we,
night of
yeah,
Hanukkah.
tonight's first night of Hanukkah. So we got to clean the house. Judy's got to start cooking dinner.
Hmm.
And then we got to get the menorah out and I got to polish it. No, I'm not polishing. It's already done. Hey, Brooke, thank you for
Yeah.
being our new follower. Love it. Anybody that's not a follower, make sure you click on it right now and I'll give you a shout out. I really appreciate it. Yes, Val, thank you very much. It's been really nice to have you participate. And Caffeinate, thank you for the
Thank
gift.
you for the kisses.
Yes,
I
so
mean, for the kisses. Thank you
the
for the
kiss.
gift. Could I get the kiss?
Sabrina, thank you very much for being our newest follower. And Elk, thank you for being our newest follower. I appreciate it. So this helps out with, building our numbers and hopefully helping somebody see that Edie.
Judy.
Hi,
What about
I'm
that? I'm
Edie.
Judy.
And
Together
together we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies.
We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning,
Eastern
Eastern
time.
time. And we have coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. We are part of the LGBT plus community. We're on here chit chatting about our lives and allowing you to talk about your life and everything. And we don't talk about religion and we don't talk about politics unless it has to do with the LGBT community. But we try real hard to just like leave that alone. But like today, Becky started a really nice conversation, and we got the chance to talk about who's out there sharing their love life.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know who's bringing somebody into the bedroom. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if you? Okay, wait. You know how like we're having company today, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that means we've got to clean up the house and run the sweeper and just, maybe do a little dust and make it look nice, right?
Hmm.
Clean bathrooms and all that stuff. If you were having somebody in your bedroom, can you imagine the cleaning that you'd have
Got
to do in there? I mean, we'd have to make sure all the laundry was folded and put away. You couldn't let
uh-huh.
nobody come in the bedroom with the laundry
Because
all
I can
sitting there.
imagine married couples, most of us who are married couples probably have the bedroom a mess because nobody sees it but us.
Right,
That's
I
our
mean,
mess.
yeah, you have to probably get fresh batteries and everything. You can be up in there, you know, running out of batteries. Doom, 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 doom. Hold on a minute, I got to run down. Gotta run down and get the batteries.
Too much work in so many ways.
Oh yeah, I mean, can you imagine? You have to fold the laundry and put it away, and make sure the sheets were tucked on the corners and stuff. The nightstands have to be dusted off really nice
Man.
and fresh candles because you don't want like. And where's the lighter? When you go to light the candle,
Got to
there's no
make sure the
lighter.
disco lights work properly.
Yeah, it'd be a whole bunch of work involved, You'd be so exhausted by the time you got the bedroom ready to have company come in it that you'd have to just like say, not this night.
Yeah, I'm too tired.
Yeah, not
Oh, I
today.
got a headache.
Oh, hell yeah, from running the sweeper and, spraying all that Febreze, you know?
Yeah, man, this saying if all that happen, it's not happening. If I got to do all that, it's not happening.
Heck no. Maybe that's why people do it like spontaneous. It
Mhm.
probably all involves like alcohol or something, because you couldn't just like be sober and just, maybe you could be sober and invite somebody over. Do you think you could be sober and just invite somebody over? Or do you have to be under the influence of something? I think
I
you'd
need
have
a
to be
nap
under.
after all that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why you better clean today and then maybe invite somebody over tomorrow.
Oh,
Let's
and
see.
Beck saying weekly would be nice.
Just like the cleaning service comes. Oh my God. We do have a cleaning service that comes like
Hmm.
once a month.
Hmm.
So we should, if you're going to have company, you probably have to have company
On
right
that
after,
day.
yeah, right after the cleaning service came,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I don't think you could have a service come to provide a service because I think that's called a, like a prostitute. That's
Oh,
what I
okay.
think.
There's a whole different deal going
Yeah.
on.
You think they take Venmo? You think that does the prostitutes take Venmo now? You know?
That would involve having a bank account and have to claim taxes.
Oh, okay. You're right, because you're
Hmm.
only supposed to get so much on your Venmo account.
Uh-huh.
If you don't, if you don't get enough on your Venmo account as a prostitute in order to have to pay taxes, then you need to look for another
Another
line of
job.
work. Join the cleaning crew because they're probably getting some taxes. You know, I'm sure they do. Yeah. Well, you know
Probably
what,
in
Amanda?
2025.
Sometimes, some of the things that pop through my mind, like a lot of times we'll be riding and talking about something, and I'll tell Judy something off the wall about, prostitutes and Venmo and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And she'll say to me, this is a time where we should be on camera. This is a time when everybody else should hear the crazy crap that's going through your brain.
This is true. I always miss that opportunity because by the time I get the camera on, it's too late.
Yeah, I stopped
And
thinking
and
about it.
Edie's just like looking again at the
The
at the
scenery.
road and
Hmm.
seeing where the where. Yeah, you remember you said that you had a dream last night that you were going fishing.
Yeah, I did.
I also had a dream about going fishing, and I don't
Really?
even fish yet. And it was about fly fishing.
Wow. I
And I was
probably
and I
getting
was
close
in
to
this
being
water
able
and
to.
trying to get to a space where I had enough room to fly fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted other people to move out of the way because they were blocking my way with their fly
Well,
fishing.
I don't know. Fly fishing could mean something
Mhm.
else. There could be like I don't know. But she's
Oh well,
looking for,
how
she's
I
fishing for
watched that.
something. Yeah.
No, how I watched that NCIS all the
Oh,
time.
God only knows.
Well, those characters were in this movie because one of them went. He does fly fishing, and that was like his way to just relax.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys because we're getting ready to talk about fly fishing.
Uh huh.
And I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and sharing with us and everything. It's been a really good morning.
Yes, it has been.
According to the clock, we have 9 minutes left, but otherwise, we could go now.
Yeah, we could. Anybody else got any other comments or questions or something first?
Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yes,
Anybody else not following us? They need to be following us. Hey, Mama Jinx, how you doing?
I'm showing
Thank
them
you,
some of
Mama
the.
Jinx. Oh,
Ooh, showing them some of the theater stuff. So this is we either got these ornaments too for theater because I'm in theater, and then we got the candy canes because we got kids coming, grandkids coming, and then we got these ornaments that Edie made, and she made a bunch of ornaments in all the queer colors.
yeah. Well, let's see. Mama
Yeah.
says, have a wonderful day. Thank you.
All
Amanda said, a
right.
great live. Great live, Judy. It
Ah,
was.
thank you,
It was so
everybody.
nice talking to everybody and everything.
Yes,
It
it
was so much
was.
sharing and nice and everything like that. Um, yeah. If, oh my God.
What's that?
If my ex-husband would have brought a woman home, maybe, maybe it would have been okay.
No,
Okay, he
because
had
you
to bring
still
her home and then him leave
right,
and then leave her
right.
there with me.
Because otherwise you'd be in competition with him about how happy she is.
I bet you I'd make her happier.
But there would be the competition.
There's always gonna be a competition. Heck yeah. Oh, you guys, don't laugh at me. You know I'm too stupid. Just silly. Let's see. You two are awesome. Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe. Yeah, there's snow out there. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. Hey, you know what else? I'll throw this way. We got a couple more minutes long. You
Yeah.
know, do old men like their testicles like drag the ground, they get real long. I heard about this.
See,
I've
these
never
are the kind of things that he might say when we're driving in the car and I
you
want to put
know,
the camera on.
I never really seen them, but I mean, I've kind of seen them just because like old men wear pants that are real loose so that
Uh-huh.
their testicles don't get impinged,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Okay.
they got like big long testicles hanging
Mm-hmm.
down to about their knees, right?
Okay.
And so
It grosses
they
me
have to
out, but
they
go
have to
on.
be careful out there in the snow. Be careful. Don't let your testicles drag in the snow. Maybe we should make a book of warnings. You know, you just never know. You want
Mm-hmm.
if you no, you're not. You're still here. Don't let them drag. You know, it's the snow's getting deeper. It's snowing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, if I was about, let's see, if we run into like say a 4 foot tall man with with testicles that are dragging,
Thank you for the PSA, public service announcement.
you're welcome.
That's what I was going to say, Sweetie Marie.
You know,
I can't read that out loud because we might get kicked. We might get in TikTok jail.
let's see. Don't get blue balls from dragging in the snow.
You might put us in TikTok jail.
Well, you know what? I mean, I I've heard them say. You know what? every saying like that comes from something.
Uh huh.
You know what I
Uh
mean? There's
huh.
all kind of like little sayings that come
Uh
from
huh.
something. So originally there must have been somebody with the blue balls in order for them to call them blue balls.
Uh huh.
It couldn't
Uh
have
huh.
been just, I don't know.
They must have come from somewhere, huh?
Right, it started somewhere. you know. Hey,
And
I want to thank you guys.
Nikki Wills is saying Happy Hanukkah, Edie. It's the first night you like Judy's.
Menorah,
Mhm.
you're right. I'm going to light your menorah, baby. Yes, I'm going to light Judy's menorah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna light your menorah. I'm singing.
I know. The minor key.
Yeah. You're gonna be so happy when I light your menorah. Oh, we could use that for code word.
There we go.
Code word
Go
is
light it right now.
I'm gonna light her menorah. Do you got any batteries for our lighter? You know, yeah,
Battery for the lighter.
for the
Gotcha.
lighter. Yeah, so it can light the lighter.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you guys are silly. Thank you so much. You know what? Hopefully we'll see you next weekend on
That's right.
Saturday morning at 9 o'clock.
Eastern time.
Yes. And if we don't see you on Saturday, hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Do we have anything planned next weekend? What's going on? We're waiting on that baby.
Yes, we
If
are.
that baby don't hurry up and get here, I don't even know.
This is not our baby. It's Edie's daughter's baby.
Yeah, my daughter's having a baby.
And I did look at Edie one the other night and say, "Will you have a grandbaby with me?"
I sure will.
Yeah.
I sure will. We could have one today. It's snowy out, but
Yeah, but they cleaned the roads here already.
Hey, I ain't got
Some of
nothing
the
else
neighborhoods
planned.
You'll walk there if you have
I
to.
ain't got nothing else planned. You know what? I might have to put a bra on though if we go there.
That's true.
I know you'll be like, "Oh my God, she doesn't have a bra on." You're right. I don't. Because guess what? I'm old and I don't have to. Yeah, Judy, she worries about that kind of stuff. Not me, man. So I don't. I'm gonna wear one though if I go.
In a couple years when I'm as old as you are.
Yeah, if I go to the hospital to see the new grandbaby, I'll put one on.
Yeah,
I don't want him
because
to
otherwise
like
they
me.
might think you're a patient. Put a gown on you.
Yeah, yeah, and do what?
They'll say, "How come you dressed? You're supposed to have a gown on."
Oh my goodness!
You're trying to sneak out of the hospital.
You're welcome, Amanda. We needed a laugh too. You guys couldn't possibly realize how much joy we get out of doing this. We love hanging out and laughing and stuff, and it's so nice to be able to laugh with you guys and share, little pieces of our lives and our Christmas tree and our out of control cat, and
Yes, it is. So,
okay, we saying
we'll
bye
see
now.
y'all next weekend then. Everybody have a great week. Anybody celebrating
Xander,
Hanukkah?
bye.
Have a happy Hanukkah tonight.
That's right. Light your candles. I'm a baby. Come on, light my candle.
Bye, everybody.
Set the night on fire. Baby, come on, light my